Hi everyone, my name is Kajal and in this video we will be talking about generation type identity. Uh, Till now we have seen that whenever you have a generation type UUID, you can generate a unique string using this UUID. The ID was of type string, but now I'm going to tell you about the generation type identity. Whenever you want your generation type to be identity, you have to change your generation type to identity. Now this identity will be generating your ID as an integer, not as a string. You also have to change the type of this identifier. Or there is one more place where you have to make changes, is this person repository, where this interface is extending JPA repository, and this is the table name for which you have created this person repository, and then this was a type of your identifier present in this person. Identifier is not of type string, but it is of type integer. I'll have to change it to integer. I'll just restart this application and you will able to see what changes are there. I'll copy this statement and I'll keep it in my repository class. It is creating a table ID integer not null auto increment. This auto increment says that the ID will be incremented at the database level. JPA and Hibernate are nothing to do with this ID generation. This ID generation will be taken care by underlying database, and this is represented by this auto increment statement. Whenever you are putting some data into database, this auto increment will be getting the value, database value, whatever database value you will have, value will be picked up database, and it will be auto incremented by the underlying database, and it will be set it back to the database for the new row. Identity generation type will be taken care by database, but not by JPA and Hibernate. I'll save the data from the Postman and let's see what exactly the data is going into the database. This is my MySQL. Now I'll show you the description of this person table. This ID is a primary key and it is auto incremented. That means it will be taken care by database but not by JPA, Hibernate, etc. Or not by the Spring application. Now I'll go into this Postman. I'm passing the name as John and I want to save the data into the database. Now once I'll click on this send button, you will able to see that the ID coming out to be as 1. Now I'll try to select star from person. You will able to see that ID is 1. Okay. Now I'll try to insert the data in. I'm passing this ID as well as name, and values are for right now I'll be having a value 1200 and the name is, let's say, my name Kajal. Now the data has been inserted. Now I'll try to save one more data by the name called Lena. So can you think what exactly be the identifier or ID that will get generated? So if I'll click on this will give you an ID 1201. It's not 2. So if I'll again do select star from person, you will able to see that ID is coming out to be 1200 and 1201. I'll try to insert one more data. So I have inserted one more data into this person table. For that I have inserted the ID as 2. Okay, and if I'll do select star from person, you will able to see that I have John, Kajal 1, Kajal and Lena, and for Kajal 1 the ID is 2. And last row that I have added it to the table is this Kajal 1, right? I'll try to save the data with one more name Rahul, and if I'll click on this send button, can you think what exactly be the ID right now? Will it be 3 or will it be 1202? I'll tell you this will be 1202 because what happens is whenever database is looking into this ID, it is checking the maximum number available in the ID column, and then after it is incrementing 1 to that highest number, and then it is returning you that ID. Manually you can insert any number into the ID column, but if you are inserting it through the project, it will check what is the highest number available inside this table, and then after it will just increment 1 to the highest number available, and it will just return you that ID. The reason for this is because let's say you have inserted 2 and already a row is present with ID 1201, let's say. Now what will happen whenever you will try to insert more data again and again, so there will be ID 3, then after ID will 4, ID will 5, and there will be a time when ID will again regenerate at 1201. but 1201 is already available into the database. At that time, that insertion will be failed, right? In order to save you from this type of situation, MySQL does not pick the ID from in between of the IDs available. It always gets the highest ID available from the database, and then after it will start inserting the data like after that highest number. That was about the generation type identity. Thank you so much.